talk.
Hello, everybody. My name is Troublemaker,
And I'm Rangu.
and this is a 3-3 tournament of glorious design.
And today we are watching PLF versus BORK, a NATO map. On the map are Horus. On NATO side we have PLF with SikkeSakke, Hayo, and Judgemann.
And for BORK, we have Yugoslavian, Randomletters, and Rurushu.
Rurushu. That sounds like a dog trying to say in like Ru or something along those lines. That's a rather funny name. Also, economy again.
Yay!
Wow, this is become a bit of a trend for this tournament. Lots of teams really liking this economy game mode.
Well, it's very exciting on this particular map because, and clearly this map has not been balanced for economy because the furthest away and least accessible points, which are also reinforcement points, Kilo and Echo, are both reinforcement points at 1 point value.
Yeah, usually the reinforcement points are a lot cheaper because it's like just for balancing issues. I don't know, I always made reinforcement points give you less points because risk reward. Maybe I take the area, it has 4 points with run CV, or do I take the reinforcement point to allow me to bring up more units but I only get 1 point every like 5 seconds.
And usually on most maps that's fine, but this one is not very linear.
Yeah, it's a horseshoe design really. It's a really weird map where having those Kilo and Echo respawn points is vital if you want to control the whole back top side of the map. And farthest away map from the team. Also we have Hotel, which is always a very CQC cluster chaos.
Yes. Bring on the infantry, baby.
Yeah, speaking of infantry, we have quite a bit from Judgemann at the moment. He has a lot of... he's playing a mixed deck, bringing some Scorpion light tanks. A very, lightly cheap force, it seems, just to try and get on top into Hotel.
As for BORK, we're seeing a mix of expensive high-end tanks and lower-end shield tanks. You can soak in a lot of damage. So, very distinct styles here.
And both sides aren't really spending so many money yet, or so much money yet. BORK still having 1,300 less reinforcement points. Maybe they might not try and use all their points and have a little bit for saving, because economy is all about saving money. So we might not see like crazy huge spams.
It's all with the fiscal responsibility.
Fiscal responsibility, just like real life. And it seems like Randomletters is going to be wanting to rush into Juliet. That's going to be quite hard. Because he's going to go through Hotel, it seems, due to his markers, and try to go down the Hotel road and just zip right through into Juliet, which is also a reinforcement point, and that's a long distance to go. pretty crazy.
Well, and it's kind of how most economy matches end up anyway. Since there isn't really an effective metagame for it, most people just go for really cheesy all-ins, because... seeing as there's only one real reinforcement point that you can really use on this map, if you can kill off that reinforcement point, you've pretty much won the game.
Because the run in Kilo is pretty far away from a lot of the major reinforcement points. Like, it's very far away from, like, India, for example, and Goth, and good luck trying to get Nato.
It's a good plan, just for the sake of when you're looking at the approach of Blue, they will head directly south to India, and they won't be using those roads along the banked area. So they'll get a clear through there. And there will be an engagement at a hotel, obviously, but there's a slight advantage that goes in favor of BORK. There is a town located in the forest, which is very high strategic value, and just happens to be closest to them. If you can stage a recon and a napalm in there, oh my god, do so much damage.
Yeah, you can really shut down that area of the forest with that little place, but you can't really shoot outside from that little forest. It's like a lumber mill inside that forest. Pretty good place to put a lumber mill. There are trees all around it. But as I was saying, you can't really shoot into the roads at all because the trees are blocking your view. And hopefully as it starts soon, BORK not spending much. I think both teams are just deciding when they want to go.
Actually, if you look really close at the lumber mill, it seems that they actually have inaccessible roads built in that kind of go through the
Oh
jungle,
yeah.
like link up all the camps and stuff.
And there's like a little, it's like a little dirt road, yeah, that links up all the camps. That's pretty cool. And it's, that's actually a really cool little feature, or just little just visual feature.
I mean, some guy probably spent a month working on this little camp here, and no one cared. No one cared. Not until now.
Hours and hours of time in that little lumber mill. Also, the good thing, another thing about this map, on top of Hotel, you can see it is a very forestry, hilly area, making it really good for sneaking around in recon helicopters and recon infantry across that mountain and trying to get through Juliet. So we might see quite a few, recon guys going back and forth, hiking across that rather steep mountain.
I just have a feeling this is going to be a very, very fast all-in match. Just looking at the stuff that BORK has popped out, they have like flat Panzer Jeopards as their only real source of AA, and the reason why they do have a single roll-in, but the reason why those are pretty key is because they can hit infantry and they can attack air on the move. So
pretty good stuff, yeah. And away we go, fighting the match begin. And we're going to have quite a lot of units. Seems like PLF did a very interesting thing, and keeping most of their units in groups of runs for the micro management. While BORK grouping their units up a little bit more. Yugoslavian bringing a few Sea Cobras and KSCs over into Hotel. 2 F-15A Eagles. No MiG spam because it is NATO on NATO. And they're going to be moving up into Hotel.
Yeah, there really have not been enough NATO on NATO matches in this tournament.
No.
There was one metagame that existed before, and that was like you spam air superiority, then you go for Nighthawks and whatnot.
Yeah, Corsairs and Skyhawks, and Skyhawks got really buffed.
But that's, we haven't actually seen that once in this tournament. Everyone's gone for very, very distinct play styles.
Red going for more cheapy units, while PLF here going for pretty mixed. Very different playstyles starting to pop up, which is really cool. Gonna have a little bit of engagement over Hotel. Oh god, that is a lot of TPC Fuchs from higher. Probably Jaegers inside, or probably Jaegers or reserve infantry. And the Centaurian's gonna crest over the hill and start shooting.
And this is gotta be a clear signal. It's like you don't bring out that many tanks in this kind of play.
Yeah, they're all the Yak Commandos. He has this bunch of Yak Commandos, ATGM infantry. Yeah, I don't know what he was doing there. He could have really unloaded him a little bit far back in the forest to get long range shots, but he moved them up very close, meaning they're very easy to knock down.
Yeah, very big slip up there by Hayo. He has a nice assortment of tanks in the back, but nothing really to deal with this giant ball of tanks. You have Leopard 2s, the Centurions there to soak the damage, and a single other like Leopard C1, CL.
Yeah, that's a Canadian Leopard. That's a really good tank force they have for Random Letters. And it's just going to be knocking out all of Hayo's a lot more cheaper units. Yeah, those Leopard 2s and M1 Abrams, pretty much mostly unharmed. But if you see Judgemann on the southern side of Hotel, he managed to sneak in some infantry round, yeah. Oh, that is a pretty good location. Even has 2 AMX tanks. If he can move in those AMXs into Bravo, he might kill that CV.
Yeah, and actually, Rurushu is a little bit of trouble there. He had that position for himself, and not a lot of units there. He has one flamethrower tank that did nothing, an Abrams, and a recon. That's just not enough to hold a position.
Yeah, not enough
and
indeed.
This could be the punishment. I mean, PLF clearly did not plan to rush that because they've spread units all over the map and they're trying to play a later game. But here they are, very experienced, just jumping in, grabbing a forward position here.
Yep. I also like to note on the whole rest side, or the whole part of the map, we do have PLF, SikkeSakke, moving in a lot of recon all around. Seems like BORK has actually forgot the Delta and Echo side, and if PLF can actually see it, they're not going to be moving up yet. And if they can get a CV into Echo, they'd be in very, very, very good shape.
Yeah, that's the thing. They actually are in a position where they have to get a command into Kilo right now because the push on Hotel is pushed. All the tanks have got through. There's nothing left. They're rallying out infantry to try and stall this, but the Sea Cobras have actually moved forward. They're wiped out.
Oh, can he get the CV, the Grizzly? Can he? That Sea Cobra only needs like 1 ATGM on that Grizzly. Oh, the Grizzly does fire. It's going to be spotted. And it's going to be fired upon by the 20mm autocannon, and away it goes. That was very good, yeah, from BORK. I think your Sea Cobras won't live for too long.
Now, in the long run, still, PLF is still ahead. They have more points. Even if they lose that one, they have the side of the map, and it actually makes the matchup a little more symmetrical.
Yeah, this is, like, BORK went for more, they wanted to push through Hotel. Yeah, that was their main attack, while PLF kind of realised that, and now they're capturing the rest of the map. So BORK's really going to have to keep the momentum with these attacks through all of PLF's back points if they want to win through, because just by having Gulf and Delta, if PLF can capture those points, that's a huge boost to the economy. Absolute huge boost, as they are 4-point areas, as well as Foxtroy's bloody 5.
I mean, weird thing right now is that Hotel still belongs to PLF. They still have their command surviving there. They've actually just completely passed by that location. I think he's actually going to use that command chieftain to try and find the command vehicle to kill.
Yeah, that's a very sneaky spot to keep as a low ITLAC rover in Hotel. I just think Random and Yugoslavian, so yeah, both of them are pushing onto the same point. Just haven't really foregone to try and knock it out yet, as they want to keep their push up into Juliet. Or I think he's actually going to try and move the command chieftain into Juliet and capture it at Ray.
Oh, so he has a reinforcement point.
Yeah. And Ohio managing to recapture Juliet with another West German rover vehicle thingy. He's going to be spawning in VABs with ATGMs. Yeah, he's spawning quite a lot now. Judgemann getting a Cobra. Randomletters does have a few Rolands to stop this helicopter nonsense. Oh, A10 coming out. This could knock out a Leopard. Oh, it knocks out one. Oh, he almost kills the second, and he does use a cannon to actually fire upon the second Leopard on very low HP now. It's going to get eaten up by those Yak Commando ATGMs if the Yak Commandos can hit.
And this push might be working out pretty poorly for them right now, as they only have the 2 points on the map. The rally that's coming out here, because of the superior map income that PLF has, is far more than anything that BORK has on the map right now.
Yeah, PLF just have great map control, because these points actually give you monies compared to Conquest. Owning more areas compared to the enemy just gives you such a huge economy boost. Like, PLF has already half the map already, while bloody BORK only have Bravo and Alpha. It hardly gives them any income whatsoever. We do have some bombers coming out from BORK. F-16 and A-10. You might want to try and get that CV.
And there's some Skyhawks coming in to try and knock out some tanks, maybe some infantry. But they gotta get rid of that command. If they can't get rid of that command, which would require basically a recon or a high optic infantry squad, they're done for.
That's admit, PLF Hio's command really saves them in Juliet. Because capturing that area, they managed to bring all these reinforcement cheap Fusiliers and ATGM guys, and heck, even a few planes to try and knock some of BORK's units out. And getting those Leopard 2s really killed the push. And now that Abrams are gone, the only tank left here alive is Command Chieftain Mark 10 and the Leopard C1, which isn't all that great of a tank force.
Yep, they're in a Canadian museum right now. They've been out of date for a while. So, I think this is almost done.
Yeah, PLF really just
Like they
Doing a
really
great
they
job.
really invested a lot in an assumption. They assumed that when this push came out, PLF would have not gone for Kilo.
Yeah. And they really relied on that one push through Hotel into Juliet. If they could capture Juliet, then they'd be in a lot better position at the moment. Because they knock out PLF's air spawn, so it can't bring any airplanes at all. And then they can attack behind India and Lima, where it's a lot less defended than, let's say, Foxtrot and Charlie, so on and so forth.
Like one of the big problems with not having an established metagame is that it makes it really hard to cheese, because cheeses are entirely based on the understanding of how the metagame works and how to abuse other units or things.
Any income and all of that.
Yeah, and that just hasn't worked out in this manner.
It's just such a... It's really an all-in push that didn't work well, and that's going to cost them the game. But good try. They did make it a lot through Hotel, but after that they kind of got shot down, and they still haven't killed a CV in Hotel, which amazes me. Like,
they could, push up the Hotel, and they could actually win the economy entirely on command kills. Because if every single command on the map is dead, the match is over.
Yeah.
That's true of destruction, it's true of economy.
True to every single game mode.
No, I don't think it's true of Conquest, is it?
Yeah, Conquest, if you lose your command, it's GG.
Oh.
Automatically. Yeah, I think this is going to be a mop-up from PLF at the moment. Keep bringing up some heavy hogs to deal with the units that are left in Juliet. Command Chieftain still holding on. Barely any petrol. Barely any HP.
Yeah, these British tanks are just really, really good at soaking up damage. I mean, it's going to take a little more than like a Fusilia squad to fight him out.
Yep. Yeah, those Cobras might be staff, 2 rail plates ATGM draw knock it out. And they are still trying to move up into Juliet, bringing up another recon helicopter to try and spot the CV.
Looks like the command finally died off at Hotel. That's kind of a blessing.
Not good.
Or BORK.
And PLF going to have control of the area once again. Flak Panthers and 2 Gazelles moving up. And Gazelle's probably going to get shot down by the Stingers. And PLF can really... Oh, finally! The CV and Hotel got killed. Those Gazelles getting and dropping it.
Yeah, they were just moving Gazelles overhead, and they accidentally killed it. This is last minute all-inning. They have a relative idea of where the command is.
Yeah.
They targeted Skyhawks where they think it is. They missed. I mean, this is going to snowball very, very quickly.
Yeah, and because they don't have much map control, BORK can't buy any of their expensive units, because it takes them an awful long time. Well, PLF, they just have so much excess money, they can just keep churning out all these heavy hogs and Cobras and AMXs.
Yeah, and they, I mean, they're not holding back on their spending. You think they would because of the economy mode, but generally speaking, when you're ahead in the game, you want to stay ahead. So you do everything you can, everything in your power to stay ahead, which means investing more. And they got rid of that command at the 3-point base, but they're pulling one back, so they should be fine.
Yeah, they're pretty good at the moment. And they do have a CV in Delta now, which is really going to be start churning in the money. And if they can capture Echo, it would just no way they can get Delta back, because Echo is a pretty good reinforcement point.
Yeah, truthfully, if I was BORK in this situation, I would actually tap out. Because an all-in has to do one of two things. One, it has to win the game, or two, it has to do a substantial amount of damage that the enemy can't come back.
And the enemy has come back in a pretty good manner. So, yeah, BORK is done, and PLF are just gaining so much moolah at the moment. This would be over pretty quickly.
Yep.
Napalm, from Yugoslavian on the Hotel Road. Scorpion Light tanks Are they going to go through it and risk it, or just wait for napalm to die down?
I hope not. Light tanks are actually something that could burn very easily.
Yeah, he's going to stop him. He might try and travel him around the napalm and get into the point yet, Ray.
Because realistically, there's not a lot at the Bravo location for Bork right now, and this little tank push, and it is tiny. It's only like 6 or 7 tanks, of which 5 of them are really weak tanks. They can just move around.
Yep. Bork are bringing up 2 more Leopard C runs and 2 M11P Abrams. Probably try and hold the hotel area now. Seems like I want to at least have control of that area to try and gain some money.
Oh, Skyhawks.
Harry Mishy. When you just see 6 Skyhawks just try and kill all the reserve infantry. Ah, the good days.
Don't worry, they'll come back. People get upset with this metagame. They're like, we want the Herbermen to be greatest infantry in game again.
The vicious circle of nerfing and buffing. Ooh, F-16 block going to be dropping some bombs on the Scorpions. Seems it's going to be a direct hit. But the Scorpions are pretty much fine.
Yeah, even though the Skyhawks are just bouncing off of them right now. They did get 1 down to 2 hit points, but yeah, he's going to need a few more rounds.
Amazed that he managed to survive that bombing run, because, yeah, very lightly armoured tank, the Scorpion.
They should probably think about bringing up some anti-air. Because these Skyhawks, their reload speed is so fast. Like, he is eventually going to kill some Scorpions. And there's 1, there's 2.
Yeah, those Skyhawks, they reload, and maybe 20 seconds would be a pretty good estimate. 20 to 30 seconds.
That might even be too many seconds for the Skyhawk.
See, another one coming in, Phantom coming in. And when you have 6 of them, you just have a constant rotation of Skyhawks. You know, you can just constantly just keep barraging the enemy with Zuni rockets.
They're really, really hard to shut down. It's the same thing with like the Polish Lim is another one that's like that.
Oh, Lim 9.
Yeah, very, very hard to shut down because they just fire so fast. They're so fast. They've got a really great turning radius, and then
they're pretty good dogfighters as well.
They come back, you know.
Leopard and M11P moving up.
And looks like we might see a little bit of a Fuchs invasion here by Hyo.
Oh, Fuchs.
Yes, there's a C in there and a H and a K. He does this very often. He dumps all of his infantry, he has them block it normally, and then he just rushes out with all of his Fuchs. And, I mean, it's never that...
It's a safe bet.
It's never that good, though. It doesn't ever do much.
No, I think what he does, it does take more time, but they don't get ambushed then, because you move in the empty carriers, they all get shot to crap, but now you know where the enemy tanks are, so you can position your infantry accordingly. That's what I'm thinking he's trying to do in some aspect, because now he knows where those P1 Abrams are. So he can, you know, not move his infantry in the open and get blasted away by a 105mm cannon.
You mean so he can use the Thunderbolt on a tank?
Exactly. Scorpion light tank holding us against. Oh, he's gonna get killed. Yep. M1 on P being completely relentless. A10. Will we see another gun run? Can he see? Oh, he's going after the cause eye. Oh, that was beautiful. Anti-helicopter plane, right? Yeah.
Even makes that beautiful wasp noise or mosquito noise.
I think it kind of sounds like a laundry machine when you throw a brick in it, or a laundry machine that's sort of broken.
Never thrown a brick in a laundry machine before, but I've heard of a broken one. It's pretty bad.
Bunch of Amex Mylons coming up into hotel from Hyo as well as another CV to capture the area. A little bit of a recon battle on Echo on the bottom left side, and Speds Generis getting sold up by Jaegers. Still amazed how PLF hasn't captured Echo yet, but whatever, and they're just in such a lead in terms of points.
Yes, they are. And looks like SikkeSakke will be hoarding his points. And are you watching the C Knight versus C Knight battle happening?
Where?
Oh, where there's like two C Knights just kind of like, and it's weird because they both like decided like one of us will die and it will be bad, so they both backed off.
It's like two buses trying to ram into each other. Oh, the C Knight's giving chase.
Well, it's a weird thing because there's a lot of RNG in these kind of matchups where you have equal units.
Yeah.
And first shot matters, but after that, I mean, you could miss 100 times. Yeah, you could jam. That's even worse.
Yeah, that's worse. Like it shoots, like you get shot at by a helicopter, and then boom, you lose all your ammo. That happens a lot with helicopters, especially my Cobras. They love to have their ammo explode. You know, Sea Knights are just going to stare at each other viciously and fall back a little bit.
Now up at hotel, there's two Abrams actually going to jog through the forest and run into some Jaggers.
Yeah.
That could spell some trouble.
Especially if Jaggers can get side or rear shots on Abrams. It was Panzerfaust are pretty good RPG. They do like 14 AP damage, while the Abrams has like 17 frontal and like 8 side or something. So they will do quite a bit of damage. Oh yeah, that recon helicopter getting shot down instantly by machine gun fire.
Yeah, that was actually a necessary unit. They needed that to spot. But they have already spotted the CV, so that's the big thing.
Are they moving up again? Oh god. Randomletters moving up his Abrams. He's going to try and take Juliet again, I think. The A-10 coming in. Oh! Really? Oh, he gets run, but he doesn't see the other. Oh, and he's turning round. He's going to go after the Leopard 2A4 and just wreck you. Good god.
Yeah, now the F-15 Eagles are coming in. He's in a lot of trouble. He might be falling out just now. Oh my god, he's been stunned.
He lives! He lives! He lives through that whole onslaught. One F-15 does evac. I think K-10's trying to dogfight. Oh, he's just like routing now. F-15 coming in for the kill.
Got him.
Damn. I thought that 18 could have lived, but it was a panic, so it couldn't evac immediately. Huh. Oh, but the F-15 does get shot down in the end.
Yeah, very randomly actually, and I mean, it's really hard to decide when you should evac your air superiority fighters, because if you run into an enemy SCAD fighter or what was called anti or infrared. Infrared? No, it's a different one that doesn't get detected by SEAD.
Yeah, that's infrared radar is the one that doesn't get detected in infrared helicopters.
So yeah, like there's all those options that can just fly out at you and just kill you very, very quickly.
Yeah, I know a strategy of mine is to buy a bunch of Strela 2s just in trucks, so it's 6 point per Strela 2 squad, and then spread them out all over the map. And then a guy flies over, and then there's like bloody 20 missiles right up your arse.
I've heard of people doing that with OSAs. They're like a 40-45 point anti-air vehicle.
Yeah, they're really good at that, because OSAs come from like 20 to 50 points. You can get a really cheap one or a really expensive one, but they fire wickedly fast. They can get like maybe 3 shots off on a plane when it flies over, where a boot could maybe get 1 or 2. So huge advantage, yeah.
Well, here comes your lovely Thunderbolt again.
I think he's going to go to the Corsair or maybe that Abrams. I do like how Ohio's using the I do like how Ohio's using the Thunderbolt. Rock on, brother. Gets the Abrams completely. And he's going after the Corsair. PLF 70% of the points. Oh, the Corsair getting obliterated, and he evacs the Thunderbolt before the F-15s could come out.
Yeah, kind of a big deal right now. Ohio is the lowest pointed player on PLF, and he has as many points as the entire other team.
Yep.
So, I mean...
not looking good for BORK. And PLF just gaining so much moolah. So much. Just like 4 times more than BORK.
I mean, the funny thing is, this was a NATO versus PAC match, and you looked at the map, and it was like, the PAC color was just completely dominating the map. Like, you know, we'd say, like, yeah, there's totally a chance, because PAC have cheap, crappy units, they spread it much. But this is NATO.
Yeah, they don't have... They have cheap units, cheap crappy units, but they're more crappy in the cheap crappy patch units.
They're not cost-effective crappy, though. We want the good
We want the real crap, right, yeah. Like stuff you find in the bottom of your toilet. Yeah, so crap we want to find.
I've never actually found crap in my toilet. I put it there, but I never...
You don't look down, same here.
Anyway,
that was a crap talk.
Oh
God.
I just got to wash myself after that pun.
PLF very close to the point, and this will probably be over in a minute or two.
Really shitty pun.
But A10 coming again from Hio. What is he gonna try and get this time? Flying it over. What will he spot? I think he's gonna go out to cause eye once again.
Well, he's got a recon helicopter flying around, so he is very soon going to see a very high amount of stuff.
Oh, F-15 coming out to try and intercept. Cause living through that, good God. And the 8-15 is on his tail. Oh, it gets shot down immediately. And that is the end of that. PLF gaining quite a dominative victory, but not in kills.
Yeah, they got it in kill. Oh, wow. No, okay.
Yeah.
Wow, that is really different. You know what that is?
Yeah, that was from the push.
That was the Skyhawks.
Oh, yeah.
Because those Skyhawks, they were being deployed every single cooldown. Only one of them ever got shot down the entire game.
And they could just keep doing bombing run after bombing run.
They were just killing stuff. So that probably makes up another, like, 500 or 600 points. Easy.
And Puss may have got him a lot of kills early on, but kills doesn't matter in economy. And they couldn't hold on to their sectors, and PLF being a bit more passive and capturing the rest of the map, they do manage to gain the victory. And yeah, that's all we have time for. I'm Mangru.
And I'm Troublemaker.
Take it easy.